Top of the morning to you, or afternoon or evening, whenever you may be watching. My name is Scott. I represent the SLN Game Slam here with Sergio for the actual Elite Four episode, at least part one. I don't know if we'll get through all of them today, probably not, but we had a lengthy team builder last time, and with that, I'm still going to do a quick team recap because I don't want to jinx the formula of this show. So we're going to run through it real quick. If you want the full team recap, though, you're going to have to watch the last episode. So starting out here with Dan, CPA, level 56 Jolteon, who of course will be our lead against Lorelei, with a set of Double Team Thunder, Takedown, and Thunder Wave. Next up, we have Cornus Boy, the Nido Queen, who has Body Slam, Horn Drill, Earthquake, and Ice Beam. Yes, you heard me right. Next up, we have Liv the Lapras, who has a set of Confuse Ray, Blizzard instead of Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, and Surf. Next up, we have Fabi the Ninetales, who has a set of Flamethrower, Confuse Ray, Quick Attack, and Fire Blast. Next up, we have Joe Benny. Check out this set. Alright, we got Hyper Beam, Amnesia Psychic, and Strength. Last up, we have our highest level member of the team, Kevin, who I hope to use against Bruno. Kevin has Reflect, Sand Attack, Toxic, and Fly. So, I want to show you guys that I have spent all my money. We are down to $310. What we have used with those funds are, we have our full heals up to 15, 21 max potions, 19 hyper potions, 25 full restores, and then the items you can't buy. We have a couple ethers, max ethers, elixirs. We have one max elixir, and we only had one X item because I think I sold most of those throughout the game, and they don't sell those here. But I do want to use this X accuracy on Dan when we face Lorelei, because he will, at least the plan is, for him to be using Thunder consistently. So, you guys have heard me ramble so much without a battle. We're going to jump right into it. And you hear that gym leader type music. Let's walk right up, step up right to the plate, and you see Dan is in the front. That's what we want. Here we go. Welcome to the Pokemon League. I am Lorelei of the Elite Four. No one can best me when it comes to icy Pokemon. Freezing moves are powerful. Your Pokemon will be at my mercy when they are frozen solid. Ha ha ha, are you ready? Let's get ready to rumble, okay? Dan should be able to take out most on this team, but I'm getting way ahead of myself. We see the Dugong lead. I'm okay with that lead. And the more I think about it, I just think this is the best matchup for the X item, the X accuracy, or we could save it for Kevin against Bruno. But I think having Thunder be our least accuracy move that we need, rather than saving it for Apple, I think we want to use that here. But I would rather lead with Double Team because I was planning on using a couple of Double Teams. So let's see what Dugong goes for. It goes for Rest. That was a pretty interesting move. We're going to use another Double Team in the meantime. Might as well boost while we have the opportunity. It uses Growl. That does not matter to us. And now I will equip the X accuracy. Dugong uses Aurora Beam. Let's see what this does. Dan has a very high special, as you can see. We're going to go right into Thunder. Right into Thunder. With that X accuracy, this should be exactly what we want to see. Critical hit. Good work, Dan, taking down the Dugong to lead us off. Next up, we see Cloyster coming up. We're going to stay in with Dan. Fire off another Thunder. Why not? Why not? We're going to fire one right off. I know she has a Jinx at some point, but with Dan boosted up and double teamed up as he is, it seems the best to keep him in, especially against any of her Pokemon that are part water type. And the extra 2 PP coming in clutch as well. We're going to go for a third Thunder here on the Slowbro. That's going to take him down all the way. So Dan doing what we wanted him to do. I will admit I was thinking more later about the fact that We gave all those rare candies at the end to Kevin instead. But I do think his special stat is so high, his speed's so high, he's really in a position, I mean, that wasn't even super effective, right? So he's really in the position where he's going to be dealing damage, and we are running straight through Lorelei, as was the strategy. And if we're able to take out this Lapras in one hit, which we are, that is the end of the first Elite Four member. Dan getting a much deserved level there, as he, I mean, look at that special, 162. Down goes Lorelei, who says, "How dare you?" Alright, let's just keep on trucking. You're better than I thought. Go on ahead. You only got a taste of Pokemon League power. So what I'm going to do right off the bat is I'm going to use a regular Ether on Thunder. So we can get that right up. It's as if we didn't even have that battle. All we did was burn and X accuracy. So this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is why we put so much investment into Kevin, is for this specific battle. I hope you deliver, Kevin. This is what we trained you up for.
I am Bruno of the Elite Four. Through rigorous training, people and Pokemon can become stronger. I've weight trained with my Pokemon. Sergio, we will grind you down to thy superior power.
Wow. Wow, that guy sounds like he'd be on the World's Strongest Man competition. You can see the veins just piercing out of his neck. He leads off with an Onix. Yikes, people. That is going to require a switch. The question is into who. Of course, if he uses a rock attack, that's not going to sit well with Liv, but she can deal out a one-hit KO move. On the other side, we could go into Cornus Boy, take something a little bit better, and then he would be using perhaps two moves. I do think that's the safest switch. We're going to go into Cornus Boy and see what she leads off with. Rage. Okay, so Liv would have been a safe switch, but I am still okay with this. We do have Ice Beam as well, and because Onix has a lot higher physical defense than special, I do think Ice Beam's our best bet. As we see the one-hit knockout there, a little bit of experience going around. Hitmonchan, we are switching on that for sure into Kevin as originally planned. Okay. So let's see how you do here, Kevin. What we wanted, I think we should set up Reflect. I think that's a smart move. I don't know about against Hitmonchan though. I'm going to take that back. Because it has Ice Punch, I would rather just get the Fly right off. And it has Counter, which is a dangerous move, but that's why we gave Kevin the Protein and the extra rare candies as well. So Hitmonlee, I'm thinking the same thing. If we're flown up in the air and he uses a high jump kick, he's doing half the damage right there. He does. We're going to see that health bar drop down. Actually, I thought it was supposed to drop down to half, but no matter. Kevin's critting him. Down goes Hitmonlee, and we see another Onix coming up next. This time we'll use Liv with a Surf. At least conserve a PP of Cornus Boy's Ice Beam. So we'll go right to a Surf with Liv. And people, I'm seeing the training pay off for sure. I'm seeing that training pay off for sure. Next up, Machamp. Let's go right back into him. And you can see we're kind of at that breaking point where their levels will start to get above ours, with the exception of Kevin, who's level 59. Focus Energy, but let's see how much Kevin's Fly can do. That's going to do almost enough. He uses an X Defend. That was real dumb. And we're just going to go for Fly again. No need to get cheeky. Goes for Leer, interesting move. And that is the end of Bruno. He says,
Why? How could I lose? My job is done. Go face our next challenge.
Alright, the doors have opened. The doors have actually disappeared. And we go to Agatha. That is why we got the JB strat together. I don't really know if it's going to work, but let's give it a shot. And yeah, everyone's HP and everything is fine. Let's see what happens.
I am Agatha of the Elite Four. Oak's taken a lot of interest in you, child. That old Duff was once tough and handsome. That was decades ago. Now he just wants to fill it with his Pokemon. Pokedex. He's wrong. Pokemon are for fighting. Sergio, I'll show you how a real trainer fights.
We'll see about that. We will see about that. Alright, leading off with the Gengar. I don't know exactly what set it will have, but we're going to go right for our Amnesia as the Dream Eater misses. Because, of course, we are awake. We're dodging that Hypnosis, and we have the Flute if we need to further. Confuse Ray going to be our first little annoyance of the Elite Four here. Joe Benny taking some damage for that. I do want to get boosted up all the way, though. There we go. Now he can pretty much take any hit, and I mean, Dream Eater wouldn't even do anything anyways, right? So, Hypnosis finally working, unfortunately, but we're gonna play our Yaz Flute to wake him right back up. Also, the Pokemon woke up. Alright. Let's go right into Psychic and Confuse Ray. Oh, it failed because we're still confused. But our boy breaks through. He wants to break free like Freddie Mercury. And down goes the first Gengar. I say first because I believe there are more. Golbat? You know what? I'd rather not focus on boosting up again. So I'm going to keep him in and use Psychic because, ooh, that was a good move. That was a really good move. We just got talent squatted right there. She tried to talent squat us, but going for Haze again, that was kind of dumb the second time. But I do think we should be able to take it out here. And that actually was a pretty good roll with the Psychic because if it was lower, she may have used a full restore. So we're going to stay in with JB. And we're going to get those Amnesias right back up. She's trying to talent squat us again. And that's fine with me. That's fine with me. I'm going to use one more. As she drops Acid on our Snorlax friend. Going to use another Amnesia. Special Greatly Rose. Bite. Not the best attacks you'd expect from an Elite Four member. And yes, I'm okay with 2 Amnesias. I can definitely live with 2. We're seeing that Haunter come back. Question is, does she switch it out either way? Yes, she does. We're going to fire this off on something and do some big damage. So Psychic on the, we see level 60 Gengar, which goes down. And the Haunter has to stay in this time as we use Psychic. Very interesting. So I didn't even think that any ghost type moves, even Nightshade, would work. But it did. So fixed damage, it did 55. Not a big deal for us. Down goes Agatha. Oh ho, you're something special, child. We got a lot more money.
You win. I see what the old Duff sees in you now. I have nothing else to say. Run along now, child.
Child, please. Oh boy. Okay. This isn't even me. We're going right to the head honcho. Okay, it still lets us heal up. We'll fire off a Hyper Potion on him. This was back in the day when they used to heal 200. And we will lead with who we need to lead with. That is Liv. And oh boy, look at that cape. Ah! I heard about you, Sergio. I lead the Elite Four. You can call me Lance the Dragon Trainer. You know that dragons are mythical Pokemon. They're hard to catch and raise, but their powers are superior. They're virtually indestructible. Well, are you ready to lose? No. Your league challenge ends with me, Sergio. I highly doubt that. Lance is such a baller, though. He's so freaking cool, and he leads with the Gyarados. I immediately think we're going to want to switch to Dan. I don't think that's a dumb move either. Dan can take anything if he needs to, and he can one-shot this. So rather than having Liv struggle, I think this is the move. He's pumping us. This isn't gonna, we're not gonna take it well per se, but we are gonna take it. And with that, we miss Thunder. He leers us. You know what, I'm gonna think about healing here. He did about 60 there, with the first Hydro Pump. I am gonna heal just because why not? We could for sure take a crit of any kind. And I'd rather have that full HP. So, if need be, we could PP stall him. That only did about, what, 53? Yeah, we're good. We're good from this range. We'll go for Thunder. This is pretty much a guaranteed knockout, being 4 times super effective. So down goes the Gyarados, critical hit. Just rubbing it in, for sure. Alright, next up we see the Dragonair coming out. That's where Liv's gonna shine. Dragonair is a beautiful Pokemon, I mean, I have to say. I understand Dragonite is the crown jewel of the Dragon community. But Dragonair, especially in color, I mean, I wish we could see it in color. But Dragonair is just such a beautiful Pokemon. And he's got another one of them. So, unfortunately, I'm being real merciful saying, unfortunately, we're going to send this one home and packing as well. And Aerodactyl coming out, that's no match for Liv. So with that, we're going to go for a Surf. We are outsped, but that's not going to do too much. We trained for this, people. We certainly trained for this moment. Down goes Aerodactyl. Liv getting more experience. Here comes the Dragonite. What level is it? 62. 62. Oh, and he misses the Hyper Beam. Oh boy. Ice Beam gonna take you right out. Down goes the Dragonite. Alright, people. Sergio defeated Lance, who says, "That's it. I hate to admit it, but you are a Pokemon master." So this is when, of course, you think you've beat the game. "I still can't believe my dragons lost to you, Sergio. You are now the Pokemon League champion. Or you would have been, but you have one more challenge ahead. You have to face another trainer. His name is Apple. He beat the Elite Four before you. He is the real Pokemon League champion." Alrighty, so we've been ready for this. We've certainly been ready for this. Let's throw some lemons around. Let's toss some Minute Maid. Let's just get everyone right up. We don't even really need to elixir anything. Let's use a Hyper Potion on Liv, or Dan. I'm so rich, I'm just throwing things around. Alright, and against Apple, it's like, ooh, who do we use? I'm gonna bank on him to lead Pidgeot. If he does, I think Liv is a very good lead against said Pidgeot. So let's go right into it. I guess we're just gonna run it. This episode, we're gonna face all of them. Alrighty, here he goes.
Hey! I was looking forward to seeing you, Sergio. My rival should be strong to keep me sharp. While working on Pokédex, I looked all over for powerful Pokemon. Not only that, I assembled teams that would beat any Pokemon type. And now, I'm the Pokemon League champion. Sergio, do you know what that means? I'll tell you. I'm the most powerful trainer in the world.
This is it, people. This is it. We're warmed up. He's got his Han Solo jacket on. He's got 6 Pokemon. They're all higher level than ours. Can we do it? In the words of Bob the Builder, yes we can. Let's jump right into it with a little Ice Beam action. What's he using? He's glowing. He's glowing. He's going for Sky Attack. But he's no match for our Ice Beam. Down goes Pidgeot. Liv growing to 57. Next up, he's using Alakazam. I know what I want to do here. Well, Dan is kind of our win con against the Blastoise. So on second thought, I was going to paralyze it and then use Thunder. But I think Liv makes the most sense here. Stay in. I think Liv makes the most sense with the Confuse Ray. So he's trying to be cheeky with Beam. He's trying to Beam and then get a crit Psychic. Either way, I think we're in good position. And I gotta go for it. Go big or go home. Use Recover, that was real dumb. And look at those flakes. We're in the North Pole, man. One more will do the trick if we land it. Kazam hurt itself in Confusion, and I don't even think we need it. Confuse no more, goes for a Psychic. Live Special is so high at this point that we are taking it as best we can, but that put us in a more dangerous position than I expected. Alright, he's using Rhydon next. I think we're going to stay in and heal. I think that's the smartest move. So we're going to stay in and use a max potion. Let's see what he does, though. Let's see what he does. Horn Drill! Oh boy. Well, we need to send this guy packing as soon as possible. That would have been devastating. Wow. Surf. Gonna be no problem for this Rhydon. Next up, he has Arcanine. We're gonna stay in with Liv. Use another Surf. Ember. That's disappointing. You come all the way here, you beat Lance, allegedly, and all you have for me is Ember. So with Surf, almost gonna one-shot. He's probably gonna heal up. If not, Surf's our best move anyways. So we'll take another Ember. Critical hit. Good for you. And we will Surf right on this Arcanine. Alrighty. Next up we have Exeggutor. I'm going to stay in. I'm going to use Beam or Blizzard. Let's use Blizzard. Let's see how much this does, if not enough. It does quite a bit. We see Barrage coming out. A couple hits from a couple eggs. Those darn Robinson boys are at it again. And we will go for an Ice Beam, which is going to bring up, I believe, his final number is Liv, grows to level 58. We see Blastoise coming out, and I really want to give everyone screen time, but that would be I should have put in Fabi against the Exeggutor. But that's a death wish for Fabi, putting him in against a Blastoise. So we'll go to Dan. As we see the level 65 Blastoise, and let this be a lesson to you kids, not to worry about level too much. Not to worry about it too much, because when your stats are where they need to be, anything is possible. So we use the Thunder, full blast, and Dan takes out Blastoise. We defeat Apple, we defeat the Elite Four unscathed.
No, that can't be. You beat my best. After all that work to become league champ, my reign is over already? It's not fair. Gramps. Why did I lose? I never made any mistakes raising my Pokemon. Darn it, you're the new Pokemon League champion. Although I don't like to admit it.
Sergio,
He's just gonna be like a crazy old man now.
So you won, congratulations! You're the new Pokemon League champion. You've grown up so much since you first left with Charmander.
Austin, I'm sorry.
Sergio, you have come of age. Apple, I'm disappointed. I came when I heard you beat the Elite Four, but when I got here, you had already lost.
Shots fired.
Apple, do you understand why you lost? You have forgotten to treat your Pokemon with trust and love. Without them, you will never become a champ again. Sergio, you understand that your victory was not just your own doing. The bond you share with your Pokemon is marvelous. Sergio, come with me.
Let's follow the old man.
Ahem. Congratulations, Sergio. This floor is for the Hall of Fame Pokemon. Pokemon League champion are honored for their exploits here.
He's getting a little Japanese.
Their Pokemon are
Also recorded in the Hall of Fame. It's not supposed to be like that. Just old man, old crazy man.
Sergio, you have endeavored hard to become the new league champion. Congratulations, Sergio. You and your Pokemon are Hall of Famers.
Oh man, and I really wish Austin could be part of this because he was the reason we made it to this point. You know what I'm saying? Even though we ended up not even really using that 6th slot. Cornus Boy, thank you for your efforts. Liv, thank you for your efforts as well. Joe Benny, the resurrected Weepin' Bell, thank you for your efforts. Fabby, the latest member of the team who we didn't even use in the Elite Four, thank you for your efforts and for giving us some hope. Kevin, the longest living member of the team, thank you for your efforts. Thank you for defeating Bruno. And last up, Dan, CPA, thank you for your efforts. Sergio, thank you as well. This timestamp is not accurate because it includes all the speed up button from when I grinded the team up, but still, we put a lot of hours into this playthrough.
Looking good. Go find my aid when you get 50.
Listen to this music, ladies and gents, and while the staff credits roll, I can kind of give my 2 cents. First of all, I can't believe it's over. It went by quickly. I would say the Elite Four, as I'm sure you would, was a little bit, maybe a lot of it, easier than expected. It really does show you that the levels don't always tell the whole story. That the stats you have and the move sets you have can put you in a position, even if you are significantly lower leveled, to breeze by. So, with that being said, I am happy we made it. I'm happy we made it with minimal casualties, although there were some significant ones. Losing A-Bag, losing Austin, losing original Joben, even Verner's. You know, Brian was more of a grieving event for me. But for the rest of you, I think the other deaths were. But thank you guys for sticking with us on this journey. Honestly, if this was a traditional blue version file, I 100% would be taking this to Pokemon Stadium, and we would do some sort of extension through the cups in that. But I don't think there's a way to go from emulator file of a Game Boy game to an emulator file of a 64 game. I don't think there is. So with that being said, as you can see, this is the end. We have been waiting for the end, as our great friends at Lincoln Park once wrote in 1,000 Suns, and that's really all I got for you. If you enjoyed today's episode, if you enjoyed the series, please leave a thumbs up down below, and leave a comment if you watched every episode. I would love to see that. If you watched all 40 episodes, leave a comment. And also, more importantly, you're like, what am I going to say in this comment? Leave a comment if there is a game Pokemon or not, that you would like to see us take on. Because although Sergio is from the Pokemon franchise, he does dabble in other games, other series, and other systems even. So let us know if there's something you're craving to see. If not, who knows what I'm going to come up with. But with that, we've cracked the half-hour mark here, and I'm going to get the heck out of here. So once again, thank you, and for the last time, Game Slam signing off.